Hello, my name is
Rhodes.
What's shakin'?
Yo, what's going on? I've been very skeptical about Black Ops 6 pretty much since its reveal. The last two Call of Duty games I had played were Vanguard and Modern Warfare 2, which were games that I thought to be pretty bad to mediocre. So after these two games, I decided to not pay Call of Duty any attention anymore, until Treyarch came back and announced this game. The Black Ops games have always been my favorites out of the other Call of Duty games, so I was willing to give the series one last shot with this game. As of now, the game has been out for around a month, and I spent a fair amount of time with it. I'm going to be going over the campaign, the multiplayer, and the zombies, and give my thoughts on what I like and what I don't like about the modes. Obviously, there's going to be campaign spoilers, so if you don't want to get spoiled, skip to this timestamp. Okay, first off, the campaign. I really like the variety of missions there are, except maybe two, but I'll get into that. Treyarch has done a pretty good job with integrating some cool new ideas into a campaign that has kind of perfected the campaign formula I've come to know from Call of Duty. I'd say almost every mission has a standout aspect to it that stood out from the rest. There's a mission where you're going location to location, assassinating different targets like you're a hitman. There's a mission where you have a scavenger hunt in your own memories. And there's a mission where you're tripping off some weird gas and playing with zombies and grappling around like you're fucking Batman. I wasn't super interested in exploring the hub area of the campaign called the Rook, but I can appreciate it being there. It offers a breather from all the shooting and allows you to talk to some of the characters. You can get some backstory from them, you can upgrade your gear, and even get some backstory about the Rook itself. Like I said, I wasn't super interested in exploring the Rook. I just wanted to do the missions really, but I did like the option of those things being there if I wanted to do them. Okay, that's pretty much it for the good stuff, so let's get into the bad. Let's start off with the mission I don't really like, then go to the mission I hated. Ground control is a pretty standard Call of Duty mission, and I think it's just put in a really weird spot. The previous missions had been really good and had some pretty cool new ideas to them, so to then be thrown back into a bland Call of Duty mission just really killed the pacing for me. I didn't really like driving the tank through the airport though, that was cool. And I fucking hated hunting season. I went from getting pretty interested into what the campaign was offering to wanting to uninstall in 3 minutes. It's actually impressive how badly this killed the pacing that had been set up. I was genuinely contemplating whether or not I could finish the mission after driving around for 20 seconds in just desert. Another big problem for me is how the characters are handled in the story. There's not really a villain until the 8th mission, when they tell us that a character that was thrown out of the story by mission 2 is actually behind things. I genuinely forgot that Hera was even in the game. You could say that the Pantheon is the villain, but the Pantheon is really just some soldiers in your way until Hera becomes the twist villain. Side note for a sec, where the fuck did the Pantheon even come from? I'm fairly sure we are just told they come out of thin air and are just expected to believe that. Okay, anyways. Then once Hera was captured, she's shot up with some weird drug Adler has, and through exploring her own mind, it's shown that she's actually possessed or under mind control, I don't really know. Then she's killed off right after, having a whole journey through her head, along with our main character, Case. Case has no development at all. He's schizophrenic sometimes, but not really, until about mission 3 to 4. Case gets no development. Then once the MacGuffin of the story, the Cradle, is mentioned, he has a little schizo episode and goes back to normal. During the 6th mission, Case gets the most development. We are told Case was a volunteer at Pantheon and had some of the Cradle infected in him or something, and that's it for Case. I would have liked to go into Case's head instead of Hera's and learn more about what that time in the Pantheon was like. That could have added so much more weight to what Case was doing, or even learn anything about the schizo episodes he has. But no, that's it. In short, the campaign brings cool new gameplay ideas that keep the campaign feeling fresh and flowing well. But because of a story that is lacking, with characters who feel pretty underdeveloped, I'd give the campaign a 5.5 out of 10. Next up, multiplayer. The multiplayer has surprised me a little. I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would. The best way I can describe this multiplayer is modern Call of Duty at its best, and I mean Modern Warfare 2019 and after as modern Call of Duty. Gunsmith is the best it's ever been, and at least to me, the easiest to understand it's ever been. Camo challenges have been simplified, and you no longer unlock camo challenges by leveling up your gun. You unlock challenges by completing the previous challenge, which I like a lot. Because of this, I've already got some guns, Mystic, Gold, and Zombies, and they're about 70% leveled up, which I which I like. It's cool. The prestige system is a very welcome return, and I've been very tired of having seasonal levels. Once you prestige, you gain access to another level up path that corresponds to whatever prestige you are, and each path has themes inspired by different modes from previous Black Ops games. I think a good amount of the unlocks you get from these are kind of lackluster, but having them available to be unlocked definitely encourages me a little more to actually go through with prestiging. The biggest concern for me going into this was Omni movement and how that was going to feel. But honestly, it feels great. Everything feels fluid. I don't know why it took 20 years to add running backwards into Call of Duty, but I'm glad I can finally do that. Okay, that's it for the good. Now for the bad. I want to make one thing clear. I've never liked Warzone. I've tried. I've really tried hard. I've really tried hard to like Warzone. I'm not kidding. But I just never could. I feel like the recent multiplayers have been trying to cater to the Warzone demographic instead of the actual multiplayer demographic by making games that just feel like Warzone again, and Black Ops 6 is no exception. Also, the maps are hot fucking ass. I have no idea what they were doing. And the spawns are fucking shit. I've never died, spawned back, taken 2 steps, and died again more than any other Call of Duty game. And I think that's kind of impressive. So while I like the updates made to Gunsmith, the prestige system, the camo challenges, and the addition of Omni movement, that's not enough to make it not feel like I'm playing Warzone still with shit maps. I'll give the multiplayer a 6.5 out of 10. Alright, last but not least, zombies. This was the mode I was looking forward to the most, and the mode I was worried the most about. While I really enjoyed Cold War zombies, I really didn't like Vanguard zombies at all. And it was genuinely like the worst zombies experience I've ever had. And from what I've seen, I think it's safe to say Modern Warfare zombies in Modern Warfare 3 is of similar quality to Vanguard zombies. So I went into this thinking I was going to be really disappointed. And I'm going to be honest, I'm glad I was wrong. This is basically just Cold War Zombies 2. I don't know why I thought it would be anything else. I'm gonna be honest, I think it would be better to just get the stuff I don't like out of the way first. I don't like having to manually refill my armor plates. I think it's dumb. I don't like the new dog round replacements, and the rounds go on for way too long. Give us Hellhounds back, or even Plague Hounds. I don't mind those. I don't like the constant reuse of the Mangler. Treyarch, quit being lazy bitches and make something cool. Also, Manglers start spawning like crazy around like round 30-ish. Like actually insane. Where the fuck is double tap? Okay, on to the good stuff. I like the revamped salvage system. I thought it was kind of annoying having 2 types of salvage and needing to get enough of both types to upgrade the gun rarity in Cold War. So only having 1 type of salvage is a great change. Ammo mods are now bought with salvage instead of points, which I think is cool. I don't mind that. Armor is now purchased with points and costs 4k points to get 2 plates of armor, and an additional 10k points for 3 plates of armor. And I like this change a fair bit. Augments are like the skills in Cold War, but better. Each perk, ammo mod, and field upgrade have 6 augments you can unlock. You can only do 1 unlock path at a time though, so it kind of makes you think on what you want to get first, and it gets kind of hard to decide because a lot of the augments are really cool. But unlike in Cold War, for each perk, ammo mod, and field upgrade, you can only equip 2 augments at a time, instead of having all augments available at once. Gobblegums are back, and I think they're cool. I don't find myself using them that often in solo, but when I'm playing with friends, I think they can be really helpful. I think Liberty Falls is a pretty okay map. I like what they did with the jet gun though. They made it better than in Transit and way easier to get. And even though I haven't played much at Terminus, I genuinely have not gotten this feeling from a zombies map since probably 9 in Black Ops 4. And I love the feeling of opening up the map for the first time and exploring. It made me feel like a kid again, and I think that's really cool. The Easter egg on Liberty Falls is okay, I guess, and I haven't done the Terminus Easter egg yet, but I've seen speedruns of it and it looks pretty fun. So even though the manual armor plate refill is annoying, the new dog rounds are annoying, and the overuse of the Manglers is annoying, I think this Zombies is pretty good. I'd give the Zombies a 9 out of 10. Okay, we're almost done, stay with me. So is Black Ops 6 good? I mean, yeah, kinda. It has a campaign with cool missions, but the story sucks. A multiplayer that still kinda feels like the same shit it's been since 2019, but improves a lot of stuff that needed improving. And a Zombies that is really good and made me feel like a kid again. I'd probably give Call of Duty Black Ops 6 a 7 out of 10. I don't know if this has restored hope in the entire series for me, but I'm happy to have something kinda fun to play again. Okay, that's it for me. Good night, sleep tight, don't let the bedbugs bite. See ya.